So this question states that the sum of the fourth and the eighth term of an AP is 24. यानी कि sum of the fourth term, okay, sum यानी कि the fourth term plus the eighth term, that is T4 and T8, is summating to how much? 24. And the sum of the sixth term and the sum of the 10th term is summating to 34. That is T6 plus T10 is summating to 34. So now when I check into this, if I have to write what is T4 and Tn, it is nothing but let's assume the AP to be A. If you want for your reference, you can assume always this is just a working which I'm doing for you. Okay, so we can always assume our first term of the AP to be A and the common difference to be common difference. Whenever it is not given, I'll assume the ones that is being accepted, okay, conventionally. So the AP would be A, comma, A plus D, comma, A plus 2D, and goes on, right? So this is the general term. So T4 would be A plus 3D, right? Because n minus 1 into D, because T of n is basically A plus n minus 1 into D. So A plus 3D is T4. T7 is basically A plus, sorry, T8 is basically A plus 7D, which is nothing but equal to 24. So once we try to simplify this, this is 2A plus 10D equals 24. Taking 2 common, A plus 5D equals 24. Yani A plus 5D is how much? 12. That's your first equation. All right. So this is nothing but T6 in the second condition, A plus 5D plus 10. T10 is nothing but A plus 9D. So that is summating to 34. So again, when we try to simplify this, this is 2A plus 14D is equal to 34. So again, you can take out 2 common. A plus 7D equals 34. That is nothing but A plus 7D is equal to 17. That's it. Second equation. So now when we try to solve these, see, whenever you get such questions, no, remember one thing, these are always two equations, two variable related questions. These are always two equation, two variable related questions. So you have two equations. So you can solve by elimination method. 5D is equal to 12 and A plus 7D is equal to 17. So now when I try to solve it by the elimination method, why do I prefer directly elimination method? Because I see the coefficient of A is same on both the side, on both the equations. So I just change the sign of one of the equations, result of which what happens? It just gets eliminated. Left over is nothing but minus 2D is equal to minus 5. Correct? So D from here turns out to be 5 by 2, nothing but equal to 2.5. That's your first answer. But, oh no, this is not the answer. The question is that you'll have to find out the first 3 terms of the AP. So in order to find out the first 3 terms of the AP, all right, first 3 terms of an AP, I'm just drawing a line so that it's easier. So first term is A. So once you find this out, also please find out the, substitute this D in one of the equations and then try to find out A as well. Okay, just checking the calculation once. So this is A plus 5D 24, 5, okay, 12, 5, 17. This is 14, 2, yeah, perfect. It is 34 and 24 is, yeah, perfect. Okay, so whenever you do, please do recheck your values so that you don't have to check again and again before going ahead, because Whenever it comes in decimal points, especially a and b, just check once, it becomes better, just for your safety reasons. Okay, so substituting this in your first equation, a plus 5b is equal to 12. So where a you have to find out plus 5 into 2.5 or 5 by 2. It's always better you substitute the fractional value is equal to 12. So from here, when you try to solve this, a turns out to be 25 by 2 is, okay, 25 by 2 is 12.5, 12.5, yeah, is 10, yeah, 25, 12.5. So 12 minus 12.5, that is nothing but minus 0.5. Okay, so that's a value. So anyways, we'll just take this into consideration and then find out our necessary things, whatever we need. So I'm just doing it over here, whichever is the first term. So first term is denoted by a, which is nothing but 2 point, this is b, minus 0.5. Second term is nothing but a plus b, which is minus 0.5 plus 2.5, that is nothing but 2. That is your second term. And then you have your third term, which is equal to a plus 2d. So that's nothing but 5 minus 0.5, 4.5. So these are nothing but the values of the first term, the second term, and the third term that you have into consideration. Yeah. So this is all about this question. So whenever you have such questions, sum of four term, any two terms they've given, or they tell that one term is exceeding the other term by so much, etc., etc. Those questions, majority of the times, you will have two equation, two variables. So you'll have to solve it by simultaneous linear equation. It's always better. Okay. So we'll just have one more question based on the similar type. So have you, as you have seen that, as I told you that whenever you get sum of two terms and sum of two other terms, there are two different conditions. You'll always have two equation, two variable pandas, but you'll have to frame the equation. Now, similarly, there's another question where sum of the second term and the seventh term of an AP is 30. So basically, the first condition states that the sum of the second term, that is T2, and T7 is equal to 30. That's the first condition. And the second condition reads that if it's 15th term, that is T15, T15 is, whenever there's is, there is nothing but equal to sign, is 1 less than twice its eighth term, sorry. So twice its eighth term minus 1. So T15 is 1 less than twice its eighth term, right? 1 second, just check. So understanding this part, 1 less than twice its eighth term, that is a 15th term. So that's your second condition. Yeah. So let's assume the AP to be let AP be a comma a plus d comma a plus 2d and goes on. So what have you assumed? You have assumed the first term to be a and the common difference to be d. Correct? This is our basic assumption. So similarly, we'll just substitute because we know what is t of n at t of n formula. So this will be a plus d, n minus 1d, right? So that's why it is a plus d, and this will be a plus 6d, that is equal to 30. So when you try to simplify this, this will become 2a plus 7b equals 30. Is anything common? No. So this is your first equation. Similarly, when I do this, this is a plus 14b, which is equal to 2 times of a plus 70 because t of a minus 1. This 2 is not to the whole bracket. It's as in like not for t1 as well as this number. It's just for t of 8th term. So when I try to simplify this, this is a plus 14b is equal to 2a plus 14b minus 1. Correct? So now when we try to simplify this, 14 and 14 will get cancelled. Yeah, 14 and 14. Okay. If you don't want to do in this format, no issues. We'll just take 1 on the other side because it's negative, it becomes positive. So this is 2a plus 14b minus a minus 14b. So from this, what do I get? Everything gets cancelled. I get 1 is equal to a, right? So basically a is equal to 1. This is nothing but my first answer where I got my a. So what I'll do is I'll just go to my first equation. Yeah. I'll go to my first equation. That's over here. And I'll try to substitute the value. That is nothing but substituting a equals 1 in equation 1. So this is basically 2 into 1 plus 7d equals 30. So 7d is equal to 28 and d is equal to 28 by 7 is nothing but 4. 7 4s are 28. So you have your A, you have your D. What did they ask? They asked you to find out the AP. So what was the AP that we had assumed? It is A plus D, A plus 2D. So therefore, the AP is, the arithmetic progression is A. Instead of A, I'll write it as 1. Instead of A plus D, what I'll prefer, 1 plus 4 is nothing but 5. Okay, then it is nothing but 1 plus 2d, that is 1 plus 8 is nothing but 9. So it's an increment of 4. So 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 4, 17, correct? And then you can just do dotted lines. That's a basic AP. Yeah? Because common difference is d, so it increases value because it's positive. So this is how you get it. So general people forget. They'll find out what is A and what is D. Okay, but most of the kids in during the exam, what happens is they forget to find out the AP which has been asked. So always what you prefer, I would say, is it's always better that if you encircle what is to be found out in your reading time or something like that. That always helps you. Okay, that always helps you out so that you remember, okay, find out the AP. So here as well, in the previous question, find out the first 3 terms of the AP. Please, so either underline or either encircle it, your wish. So with pencil, just try to do a small circle. Right? It'll be easier for you. Yeah. So anyways, let's move further. So the next part, the next type of question is where you have, yeah, you got to determine the value. See, now the moment you see this question and you see the value of three different terms are being given. First thing, it looks pretty huge, k square, k, and etc. The moment you see it freaks you out. So I would say not freak out whenever the thing is related to AP. It's always good because they are consecutive terms. So when you have your consecutive terms, you should always remember that the common difference between them should remain the same. So common difference, basically what we'll be doing is common difference. Okay, 1 minute. So common difference between, let's consider this as T1, this as T2, and this as T3 for our understanding. Common difference between T2 minus T1 should be equal to T3 minus T2. Do not tell T3 minus T1 will be same. No, sir, it should be consecutive terms. I always told you it should always be consecutive terms. So the moment we do this, So please substitute the values of t2, t1, and then try to see what's actually taking place. So let's substitute and then see. Do not just lose hope telling that, oh my God, this looks very difficult question. So whenever the question you feel that it looks difficult, trust me, it is always the easier one. Minus t1, which is nothing but k square plus 4k plus 8. And this is nothing but equal to t3. What is t3? T3 is 3k square plus 4k plus 4 minus t2, which is basically 2k square plus 3k plus 6. So now when you try to solve this, okay, 2k square, see, always do the grouping, like terms with like terms. So just writing this down, 2k square. Okay, I'll just open the brackets for you because people generally what you try to do is that without opening the bracket, you try to do it, result of which you mess up with your plus minus errors. Okay, which is equal to 3k square plus 4k plus 4. So always remove the same brackets. It becomes easier for you because had there been minus sign, then you would mess it up. Luckily that in this question there's everything plus, so it's quite easier. So this becomes 2k square minus k square is nothing but k square. 3k minus 4k, it is minus k. 6 minus 8 minus 2, which is equal to 3k square minus 2k square is k square. And then 4k minus 3k is nothing but plus k. And 4 minus 6 is minus 2. A point over here is, sir, it looks more or less similar, so I'll cancel everything. No, sir, do not, do not. Please take it to the same side and see what is happening. Okay, because what people do is they cancel it out. Look here, this is minus k, this is plus k. Kuch to hoga. Wait for it. Otherwise, do simple steps by taking it on the other side. So this becomes minus k square minus k plus 2, which is equal to 0, right? Because you shifted everything to your left hand side. Now when you check this out, k square cancel, k square cancel. This is nothing but minus 2k. So plus 2 minus 2k, sorry, minus 2 plus 2. And here it is minus k minus k. It is nothing but, second, let me just use the color. It is minus 2k, which is equal to 0. Anyways, minus gets cancelled, gets removed. So k from here is how much? 0. So this is the value of k that we get. Okay, this is the value of k that we get. Now that doesn't mean, sir, okay, so we should get the steps first. Don't think everything will get eliminated. Yeah, this is one of the very simple questions which a lot of teachers in or during the examination part they ask in your objective pattern. So this question is actually important. Okay, yeah. So to this another type where we have the AP is given to you, and then you'll have to find a term which will be 84 more than its 13th term. 84 more than its 13th term. So the AP given to you, from the AP given to you, you can find out which is the first term, where A is nothing but 3, yeah, and D is nothing but equal to 10 minus 3, which is equal to 7. So you have your first term, you have D, right? Now they're telling you to find, there is a term where is nothing but Tn, as per the condition given, is it is 84 more than the 13th term. So whichever is your 13th term, it is more than this 13th term by how much? 84. So you have to find this. Basically, you have to find the n value. Yeah. So uh, which they are asking which term will that be? That basically whenever you are asking which term, so you have to find that value of n, the position, not the value of that number, not the value of that nth position number. Okay. So here when we do this, this is what is Tn. Tn is nothing but A plus n minus 1 into D, the formula. What is T13? A plus 12D. plus 84. So now when we try to simplify this, what is A? A is 3, n minus 1, I don't know n value, so I'm not substituting that. D value is 7, which is equal to, again, 3, that is A, plus 12 into 7, yeah, plus 84. So this is nothing but 12, 7s are is nothing but 84. 3 plus 84 plus 84, which is equal to 3 plus 7 times n minus 1. So hang on for this. So that will be 7 times n minus 1. So 3 and 3 gets removed. So when you try to simplify this, it becomes 168. 168. All right. So now n minus 1 is equal to 168 by 7. So this is nothing but, so n from here will be anyways, it will be plus 1, whatever value you get over here. 7 2s are 14, 7 4s are 28, plus 1, 24 plus 1. So which is n is equal to nothing but 25. Yeah, n is nothing but equal to the 25. Yeah. So that is the position of it. Now, in case they'll ask you what is the nth term value, then you'll have to write. So definitely you can directly find it out. That is 84 plus, that is 168 plus 3, 171. Basically, T25 is 171. If you want, you can just check it out. But they didn't ask you to find T20, T of 25. They asked you what is the position of that number, which is nothing but equal to T13 plus 84. So it is 84 more than the 13th term. So what is that position of that number based on the AP which is given to you? So n is nothing but equal to 25. Here with this. So now again the same thing. Going to the next type of question. We'll just do this a little bit later. This is based on the property. Now this question. Which term of the AP which is given to you is its first negative term? How do I get to know whether there'll be a negative term or not? Look into this AP. Okay. So where the first term given to you is 121. And look into the common difference. The common difference is 117 minus 121, which is nothing but equal to minus 4. This is basically a AP with a decreasing common difference. The common difference is negative. So definitely the AP also, if you look into this, the given AP, it is 121, 117, 113, and it keeps decreasing, correct? Now, when it keeps decreasing, definitely there will be a negative term where it will, it will reach the negative integers as well. So we want to know that where is that first negative term, okay? Or what is that first, which term of the AP is nothing but the first negative term, okay? So again, which term, just like your previous question, it is which term, you have to find the value of n. So that n value, we need to figure it out. So again, just trying to solve this. So basically here, Tn as per the condition, okay, should be how much? Less than 0. It should not be equal to 0. It should be less than 0. Correct? So what is Tn? A plus n minus 1 into t, which is less than 0. If you remember in your very first class, the very previous class, I always told you, you have any two things, sir, dil garden karna chahiye. Do you have the two things over here as well? Yes, dil garden karna chahiye. Yani ki, that means that you will definitely reach the answer here as well. That means you will definitely reach the answer. Only thing is, you'll have to understand what is the condition given to you. Why did I write it as less than 0? Is because they're asking for negative term. Now, sir, you can write the negative term as minus 1. How do I know that minus 1 is basically a term of this AP? I don't know. So I can't equate that to minus 1. It could be minus 3, minus 5 also as the first negative term. Let's check it out. So A is 121. We'll substitute the values. Yeah. Plus n minus 1, which we don't know the value of n. and d value is minus 4, which is less than 0. So let's try to solve this. On solving this inequality, you get, okay, we'll do one thing. We'll just shift this, the side, okay, the n terms. So this 121 is less than 4 times of n minus 1. So how do you write 4 times? Isn't it minus? So this is negative. So overall, when I shift this side, just like an equation format, you just try to shift. So now when you solve this will be 4 3s are 12, 4 0, 4 2s are 8, yeah, 9 10, 4 5s are 20 is less than n minus 1. So when you shift this side, this is nothing but 31.25 is less than n. Correct? So whatever the value is should be lesser than how much? So should be greater than how much? 31.25. So definitely 31 point. If I take n as 31, it will be a positive number because they're telling it should be greater than how much? 31.25. That I can't take 31st term, neither can I take a decimal point number wala term. So I'll have to take n is equal to 32. So when I take n, okay, so when you solve, I hope you understand that this is nothing but n is greater than 31.25 to have your first negative term. So that means n is nothing but equal to 32. But we can't solve in the inequality formula, so we have to give the answer. Final answer should be there. So final answer should always equal to something. So for your confirmation, if you want, always find out the terms. So T31, I'm finding it out for you just to make you understand that is nothing but A plus 30D. Okay. So what is A plus 30D? A is how much? 121 plus 30 into minus 4. So when you do this, this is nothing but 121 minus 4 3s are 12, 120. How much is this answer? T31 is basically 1, right? T31 is how much? Basically 1. So it is not a negative number. It is a positive number. That's why they told that whatever value you substitute should be greater than 31.25. Now, definitely we take the integer values of the n, the value of n as. So we can't take 31.25 because it's coming that. So we have to take the next term, which is nothing but 32. So that's why I've written over here n is equal to 32. So finding out the value of T32, which is nothing but a plus 31d. So A is 121 plus 31 into minus 4. So this is 121 minus 4 3 is a 12, 4, 124. So how much is T32? Basically, it is nothing but equal to minus 3. So that is your first negative number. And which term is that? It is nothing but the 32nd term, the position. And what is the value of that 32nd term? It is nothing but equal to minus 3. Okay. This is basically for your reference. I have done whatever I'm done over here. Okay. Because they didn't ask me to find out the negative term. That first negative term is minus 3. They asked me the position of that. Okay. They didn't ask me the value of that position. Yeah. Yeah. So that's one of another type, which is one of the it's kind of different question. So again, you can just keep this written in your notes. Now, one of the types, which is nothing but this is a type inclusive of it is a property as well. So as we are doing, I'll just let you know what the property is as well. So if you look into this, let's just try to decode this in equation format. In an AP, 4 times the fourth term, that is 4 times the fourth term of an AP is equal to 18 times its 18th term. 18 times its 18th term. All right. And they're asking you to find T of 22 is being question mark. Okay. So let's just substitute and just try to find out. So we know, let's consider the AP as 4 with first term to be A and the common difference to be D. So this is 4 into A plus 3D. And this is 18 into A plus 17D. Here, A plus 17D. So now this is 4A plus 4 3s are 12d. I could have actually cancelled. So don't try to do a little bit, try to do less calculation. So this can be written as, because I can see 2 as common. Yeah, 2 common within the 2. So this is 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18. So basically this is nothing but 2a plus 6d is equal to 9a plus 153, right? 17 into 9 is 7 9 is 63, 9 153, absolutely perfect. So now when I try to solve this across, so I'll shift, because 9a 2a, so I'll shift everything to my right hand side. So this is equal to 0. So 9a plus 153d, yeah, minus 2a minus 6d. So now when you try to do this, it is nothing but equal to 7, right? 7 8 9 plus, yeah, 7a plus you have 147, 147, correct? So now from this, what you can take out 7 as common. So when I take 7 as common, this will be a plus 21, which is equal to 0. So basically from this, what did I get? A plus 21d is equal to 0. This is what I can conclude from the given condition. Now what did they ask me to find out? They asked me to find out t of 22. What is t of 22? A plus 21d. Now what is a plus 21d? What is a plus 21d? So I'll just write it in this format. So T22 basically is A plus 21T. So from my first equation, what did I get over here? The very first condition. It's nothing but equal to 0. We just substitute that. So this is what is your answer. Now, this is just purely based on a property. Okay. So the property of the AP, which we are concluding from here, is if A times, instead of not A times, I'll just A, you'll get confused because A is also considered to be the first term, that's right. M times Tm is equal to n times T of n if, okay, this is if this is possible there given, then T of m plus n is always equal to 0. Look into this. This is m. M is over here 4. 4 times the T of m, which is 4, is equal to 18 times, that is n, is equal to T of 18, that is nothing but Tn, right? So now, what is 18 plus 4? 22. So what is T22? 0. This is what I can conclude from the property that I have, like the AP property. So this, please mention it or just write it down in one of the, this is an important property. Like again, this is important because you have objective pattern, and objective pattern is very necessary to get your answers quicker. So that's why here, this is one of a very trivial properties. Even though you don't remember the properties, you can remember how to work it out. So I've done both from it.